Hello, YouTube. My name is Ebony Lopez. I am 37 years old. Um, I am a Virgo. I was born in Cleveland, Ohio. Um, my life, very interesting. Um, it's not glitz and glamour. Um, but my past made me who I am today, and it plays a big part in why I am the way I am now. So let's begin. Um, I grew up, from what I can recall, at an early memory um, with my biological parents. Um, we're going to call them Tammy and Leonard. Tammy and Leonard were in a very domestic violence relationship. Um, they had been together for years. Tammy's Leonard are my biological parents. Um, Leonard was addicted to crack, but he was a functioning addict. He worked and took care of us. I can honestly recall only getting one spanking from my father, and I deserved it. I can honestly say, as an adult, I deserved that ass whooping. So, um, it was me, my little brother, um, I had an older brother and an older sister that were before me. Um, Tammy was an alcoholic, was a functioning alcoholic. Um, she would leave us days at a time in the apartment down in Garden Valley, East 79th, Kingsman, Rainbow Terrace area, Garden Valley. Um, she would go and just turn up with her girlfriends, and we'll be left at the apartment with our older siblings left to care for us. And they were still kids themselves, like kids. My brother was born 79. My sister was born 81. I was born 84. My brother under me was 85. Um, I have a sibling that was born 92. I have a sibling that was born 93. Um, my mother lost a child. Um, I never met him. Um, we just got, in my mind, we did nothing wrong. We were doing nothing but being kids and doing regular kid stuff. But apparently, Tammy wasn't on that. She was one on her binges, hangover, whatever you want to call it. She would take her frustrations out on us. At this current time, we, me, me and my younger brother, were attending Anton Gardena Elementary School down deep in the old Garden Valley. It ain't like that no more. Um, from what I do recall, when Child Protective Services in Cuyahoga County, Cleveland, it's called 696 Kids. Back then they were very take a kid, take a kid, take a kid, snatch a kid real quick, real quick. And now you see thousands of reports all over the world and on the news of kids that should be taken are not taken and then end up dead. But the parents and hands on people that are doing the right thing and just needing a little bit extra help, they the ones who get their children taken. If y'all understand what I'm saying. Um, my older two siblings, from what I can recall of my memory, got taken. We got taken in pairs. They, I remember specifically the colors, the van that Jane Edna Hunter, 9500 Euclid Avenue, Cleveland, Ohio. Um, Jane Ed Hunter building. Um, they used to wear blue jackets and letters on the back. Like they were, I specifically remember that. They were blue with yellow letters, like they were FBI or something. But the letters wasn't FBI, but it was blue and yellow, and their vans were like a bluish gray. I remember them coming, knocking on the door, and coming in, and uh, Tammy was going off. Leonard was probably out somewhere getting high, working. I don't know. I'm still a baby. I'm still a baby. I um after this altercation, last thing I remember seeing is these people walk out with my brother and sister. And that's all I know. Next day, woke up like it was an ordinary day for me and my younger brother getting ready to go to school. Now, I don't know how many of you guys would remember. I don't know how y'all did in y'all school, but back then at Anton Gardena, like they used to pin our notes or a form or something they wanted your parent to fill out on the back. It was weird to me. They would pin it on the back of our coats, and I, now that I'm an adult, that was some weird shit to me. But as a kid, I would forget about it. Um, I knew growing up, um, witnessing um, mother being an alcoholic, dad being a drug addict. Um, back then, they didn't have names for mental health as like schizophrenia, bipolar, and all this stuff. Now they didn't have a name for it, or it was taboo. Let's just say that. I very vivid memory, and I'm only going off of what I can honestly remember from my childhood because it was very traumatic. um, so I will try my best to remember as much as possible. I, at a young age, had a temper, probably due to the fact that I was getting my ass beat on a regular at home. When my mother would have binges, we would go visiting just if she got upset. My mother had a thing that she would hawk, bring up phlegm deep down and just spit in our faces. Like for real. Like country hawking just spit in our face. Now I'm a kid. Elementary school here. Talking about cat in the hat age, okay? Green eggs and ham age. We still got paddled in elementary school. There was no way in hell a teacher, principal, I don't give a damn, in my little mind, another adult about to hurt me. And I received this on a regular at home. I didn't come to school for this. My teacher, I remember she was a skinny, I can't call her name for the life of me. She was a skinny white woman with pointy, real pointy nose and squinty eyes and some wired glasses. She reminded me of like a old, just mean librarian. She had a thing like if we got out of line or didn't listen, she would grab our ear and like twist it like hard. And she had nails. Even mental health is real. That's all I'm gonna say. This lady caught me on a bad day. She caught me on a bad day. This specific day, I remember going to school. We had read the book Green Eggs and Ham, and after our teacher actually made, you know, as a kid, green eggs and ham, so we were like, oh my god. But now I know it was just food coloring. But for me, a kid, we was like, oh, I read green eggs and ham, and so I was able to actually eat green eggs and ham. And that's a memory that's always gonna stick with me. It was fun. I don't remember what happened. I don't know if a girl, another student, like tripped. I don't know. Hit the back of my chair, uh, bumped me. I can't recall. Me and my brother were not in the same classes. Well, not same classroom. We were in the same school. I today, as an adult, if you was to ask my brother under me, to him, it's my fault we got taken away, and none of this ever, none of this abuse, neglect, abandonment ever happened. I know they say trauma you can block out, like block out trauma, but to him, we lived a perfect childhood. I don't know what fucking delusional world he living in, but that's how he choose to deal with his trauma. I'm gonna deal with mine the real way and confront it. So I don't remember what triggered me, but all I know cost it caused me to be reprimanded by the teacher. This whole story about to go whole left. She caught me on a bad day. I had just gotten an ass beaten at home for what? I don't know. I was being a kid. I was playing with my tea set. I don't know if you guys remember back in the day. I don't know if anybody lived in projects, Garden Valley. They had the, I don't even know if they still make them, the shades that you pull and pull down and go up. They had a hard um, lining, like with the part you pull down on. It was very hard. Somehow I got it out, and I was like, little kid playing like swords, and it snapped in half. Now, as a kid, we put stuff in our mouths. That's just facts. And I'm running, and those walls were cement back then in the projects. And the piece I had a piece of that in my mouth, and I ran smack dab into the wall, and it scraped the entire top of my roof off. I remember screaming bloody murder. Oh, I remember that. I remember that. Scared the hell out of my father. Um, did I get took him to the hospital? No, I did not. Um, I rinsed my mouth, rinsed my mouth, rinsed my mouth, rinsed my mouth with warm, hot. He had me gargling salt water. I'm little, so y'all know what salt do to an open wound. Can you imagine the pain, the burning, the sensation? I didn't get my ass whooped for this. I probably should have, but I think he was more scared for my safety. So after that, after we got the bleed under control, I went back to playing. My brother was doing his thing with his GI Joes. I had my Teddy Ruxpin. Um, and I used to be playing with his little Matchbox cars. You know, back then, the train sets had a little thing, and the smoke really came out. Mm, trying, ooh, okay, trying to keep it together, y'all. Try to keep it together. Um, so like I got bored. I don't know. I knew I had issues, but I just didn't know how severe they were gonna grow to be. I don't know. I already fucked myself up with the little stick thingy. So I'm just bored. Like, and back there in them projects in Garden Valley at that time, the sink, was ceramic and porcelain. They was on them steel um legs, and it had the one little light bulb above the sink in the mirror, whatever, whatever. I Now I did not know. I'm a kid. The light bulb was flickering. So I know screw in the I've seen. I'm going to repeat. I'm going to copy what I know I've seen my father or my mother do when the light bulb is flickering. That means it's either about to die or it need to be tightened to stop the flickering. And I know they always used a washcloth. Now that I know it was not to burn their hand. But what I did not know is that it was dry. I'm a kid. Again, I am a child. We're talking maybe first, second grade, like for real. So I climb. I put the toilet seat down. I'm thinking I'm a big kid. I don't need my dad. I climb, put the seat down, climb up on there, get my bath rag. It's still wet. It ain't sopping wet, but it's wet. Wrung out, but it's wet, no less. So I just take the rag and I throw it and cover it. The minute that rag covered, it just flashed like exploded, just everywhere. And I'm standing on top of a slippery ass sink, and I slipped and fell back. I did hit my head on the wall and on the little towel, little thingy going across the wall on the way down. I could have literally killed myself and me not even know. Now, my father heard this and came running. Now, I done fell. I'm crying. I'm holding my head. Now, keep in mind, I didn't get an ass whooping for the stick, running with the stick and gargling and the shit taking the roof of my mouth off. He was like, he flipped. What the? You could have killed yourself. What kind of crazy shit? What possessed you to do what you did? And I'm just looking at him like, what the fuck you want me to say? I was repeating, copying what I saw y'all do when y'all change your light bulb. I didn't know you don't put a red rag on a motherfucking light bulb. I ain't know shit about science then. So that is the day when I say my father whooped my ass. He whooped my ass. I couldn't sit down like for 3 days. This was a leather black belt. I had what you call them? Whelps. Whelps. I think that's the word, whelps. But his ass whoopings were Gerber compared to my mother's. Because even though he was doing crack, his violence really more so was with my mother. Bad domestic, bad domestic violence. I remember me and my younger brothers screaming, crying, stop, trying to pull them apart. We would just get pushed away, get told in our room, shut the door. This is between me and your mom. I did what the fuck I was told because I didn't want to get my ass whooped. So my mother's still gone at this point on her binge. We're somewhere. My dad make us some bologna sandwiches. He go across the street to the little stove. I wanted them. They still making them big old bags of popcorn they sell. We had some popcorn with some bologna sandwiches, and um, went to bed. Got up, went to school next day. Now this is the green eggs and ham day. Keep up. I she called me a bad day. She said something to me, and I said no. I don't know what she said to me, but my response was no. Like, mama, mama, no. Now, let me remind you, you could get paddled. In this day, had that wood thing with the holes and that red tape, that wide thing. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. Um, and the teacher said, what? I said no. And like I'm little, so Project Kid, I got my hand on my hip. I'm doing all of these. That skinny white woman came to me. She ain't gonna win. She grabbed my ear. The minute she went to twist, all bets was off. I get my ass whooped at home. Oh, I ain't coming. You got me fucked up. I need some peace. I need a place of safety, of solace. I'm not about to get my somebody gonna put their hands on me at school. Then I gotta turn around and get my ass beat all the time at home. No, baby, not today. And this led onto a fearful events. I I bit the teacher. I was short, so her knee was the perfect level for me. Like I was taller than her knee, but I when I say I put the oomph in this kick, I kicked the fuck out this teacher, and I kept kicking her in her knee, the same spot. She tried struck stuff. You're going to the principal at this point. I'm all in, so I'm going. Every curse word I've ever heard used in my household or around me, I used. She was everything but a child of God, and the looks on her. I can remember the looks of shock that a child this tiny knowing all these words. And she was like, "Go to the principal office." I'm not going no motherfucking where. Make me, take me. I'm like, come on, let's go, cause I'm getting my ass beat on a regular at home. This ain't about to happen. The principal is called. I bite the principal in the fucking calf, and this was a man. I can't remember his name. He was medium built, a little tall, not like no six, maybe like 5'7", 5'8". I bit him. I was on the floor in the hallway, screaming, kicking, just going all out. He bent down, face level to me. Why he do that? He didn't know who my mama was. So I copied what my mother does to me. I bought it and baby cut right in his face. Oh, expulsion. I ain't know what the fuck expulsion meant. When I spit in his face, that was like it wasn't none of that. It was just, oh no, this is a whole nother, like, the looks I'm assuming now was like, this shit ain't normal for no normal child to do shit like this. Just in the principal's face. Oh, just this this little girl got issues. Like something's really going on. So they try to contact my mother. We ain't had no cell phones, y'all. Good luck. My mother was never really home. She was somewhere probably drunk, deep down in the valley at one of her girlfriend's house. This was a norm. So there was nobody to come get me up, pick me up. So I spent the remainder of my day in the school office. Yeah, they still gave me lunch and stuff because they had to, and stayed there to the end of the day. Now I told y'all earlier that they put notes on the back of our jackets. I ain't paying no attention to everything early. My mind, kid, woohoo, when shit happen, I'm whoop, the principal and teacher had a nice little envelope. I remember a little vanilla envelope and a note. I know an envelope and there was a note. I know I saw two pieces of paper being pinned on my jacket. Envelope, I don't even recall what happened to it, but would this day be the day when I get home, walking, me and my brother, and all of a sudden our mother want to be home? I can smell the Bacardi. Like I can sit in here, I can smell it, and I can smell cool cigarettes. She was a Bacardi, rum, cool menthol 100s, and Coke 45. Okay, I could smell it, and I'm just like, oh my. In my mind, I just look at my brother. I'm like, we need to just don't say shit, don't make no sudden movements, go to our room, be quiet, be like we don't exist. That's the only way to avoid her wrath. Now me, I don't totally forgot about the fucking note on my damn back of my jacket. So I, in y'all home from school, and she's up alert. She drunk. She fucked up. She drunk. So I'm going to the room. She said, Ebony. I said, huh? Yes, ma'am. What's that on the back of your coat? And I know it's a report on what I've done at school. This would be the beating of all beatings that led to our removal. I'm trying to keep it together. Going back down memory lane is kind of painful. Um, opened it. She told my brother, go to your room. She told me, she told me to, she said, take your school clothes off. Okay. That wasn't that wasn't that normal. Somehow, okay. Maybe she just too drunk to realize what the fuck a paper say. Huh. Think again. The way she called my name, I knew it was about to be some real physical damage done to me. She starts yelling, ranting, and raving. She goes in her room. She comes back out. She comes out with an iron. She comes out with, I don't know if y'all remember the little footy back in the day. They had little pom poms on the back. They came in different colors. She had like the whole set of all the colors. She had a pair of those out. The pair of pom pom socks. The belt that went to her robe, like house coat. An extension cord. An iron on top of the belt. These three things were used on me. Um, I was forced to strip. My brother was told to stay in the room with the door closed. Um, she said, "So you know I'm about to beat your ass. So you want to show your ass at school. So I'm about to beat your ass. I'm gonna show my ass. You gonna show your ass? I'm gonna show my white along with you." My showing my ass didn't have shit on her showing her ass. That got taken out on my ass. She started with the belt. She started with it folded first. Wherever it landed, that's where it landed. Literally, face, arm, leg, it didn't matter. I was naked. She said, "You run, it's only gonna make it worse." It went from folded belt till the leather part a little bit wrapped around her hand. So the end now I'm going to be hit with is the buckle. A good probably 10 minutes of that. She got tired of that. She was like, I don't, What was going through this woman's mind? I have no idea. I know she wasn't that. She wasn't that fucking intoxicated. I'm sorry. I'm not even going to make an excuse for alcohol. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't. I can't even do it. I can't even do it. Not at this age. I can't. I can't. Um. I know she was alcoholic. She um took the iron. I thank God every day that the iron was not plugged in or used, and literally just the handle, the whole iron. Just if it had been hot, my whole face front would have had a whole iron print on it. Just boom, one good time. Like I'm like in my mind, like this ain't the normal little ass whooping I the beat not get. This is like to the extreme. Is it gonna stop? She was just getting warmed up. She left. I heard water running in the tub. And after the water run, she said, "Come in here and get in this bath." Like you just, I'm like, with my ass, now you want me to get in the tub. I get in the tub. She has ran a bath of all hot water. I hop back. I try to hop back out, and she pushes me back in. Sit down, and I'm refusing to. No, I'm trying to climb out. Sit down. She starts whooping my ass in this hot ass water, trying to force me to sit down. Now, with an extension cord. So we have used the belt. We have used the buckle of the belt. We have used the iron. We are now using the extension cord. And forced me, she physically forced me in this water. Now I'm wilting, I'm bleeding. Um, so this is how I didn't pass out. I don't have no idea. All I can say is God. How I didn't pass out, never know. Thought that would have been enough. Got out. Still what she said. Go back to the living room. Here's where the house road belt and pom pom socks come in. At that time, I did not know what hog tied meant, but she hog tied me using her house um, road belt and the pair of footies. You know, they were thin back then. She stuffed them in my mouth to muffle screams. And then with the extension cord, I am still wet. I want to remind you. She continued this for about a good I can't, a minute. My brother came out screaming. She said, "Go back in your effing room. You want the same, da da da." I told my brother, just go back in the room. I'm like trying to help, and I can't do nothing. I'm helpless. Literally, I am helpless against this woman. When she's done and had her fill of her anger, rage, and beating my ass, welts, bruising, because I was lighter. I'm not dark, but my mother's high yellow. You know, we with minorities, we tend to darken as we age. So my mother was high yellow, and bruise easily. You, I bruise easily, and it's easy. You see a bruise on a light person, easy. Now, remember I said I was expelled. I really didn't know like that. I really wasn't expelled. That's just what the principal so happened to say. I discovered this longer on down the line once I was able to comprehend. So I remember she said, tomorrow when you go to school, come home with another note about showing your ass. You're going to get worse than you got today. Um, I went to bed. Next morning, got up, got ready for school. Went to school, and I remember putting, I don't know, back in the day, the classroom, the closet was on it may have, was it cubbies? I don't want to call it the coat closet. It was just little hooks and a thing you could enter from either end, hanging up my coat and book bag. The teacher called me up to her desk. Well, I went to sit at my desk, but she called me and I went up to her desk and she got up and came around to me. And I remember her putting her hand somewhere on me. And I remember automatically flinching and ow, like that. I remember specifically. And she was like, we're not going to have the same problem. And she wanted to touch again because I flinched away from her. Ow. And I don't know what, but she's like, why are you? And she's like, they were nosy. So I remember her looking at my shirt and um, she said, I'm going to take you to the nurse's office. I remember, and I took him to the nurse's office. Um, they were, um, I don't know, I'm just sitting there on a little cot thingy, um, little known to me. They were contacting 696, and I did not know that Child Protective Services was on their way to Anton Gardena Elementary School. I remember them calling my brother. He was just sitting in the office. He don't know what's going on. I see these people coming in, the social workers, whatever. I see somebody with a camera. The hell you bringing a camera for? It ain't picture day. I get taken in a room. Me first. It was the nurse, a social worker, and a male. Um, they asked me to undress. I said I didn't want to. And they said your teacher said you have some bruises. And they asked me what happened. I said I don't remember. You don't tell what go on in your household. I fell any lie because I didn't want to face the wrath again. Like keep your fucking mouth shut. So the guy left out. The social worker, she was white. I don't remember her name. Melissa. I don't remember her damn name. She had brown, like chestnut hair. It was really crinkly, coily, in the old school Polaroid camera that she and instantly develop your picture. Um, I'm here with the nurse and two social, all female. I get told to undress. I'm tiny, so step upon the thing. They take pictures of me from head to toe in my undies. I didn't. I don't if no bra in the first, second grade. In my undies, panties and socks. I'm standing up, getting pictures taken. And now that I know this is later for evidence. And he said, you go out here and wait. Um, I guess they called my brother in. Okay, he ain't had nothing on him that I can recall. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me, you guys. Um, I had no clue why these people was taking pictures of me at the time. I'm scared because I'm like, oh my god, my mom's about to. They don't know my mama. She about to come up here and she about to kill me because I ran my mouth. And they kept asking, they kept, I guess, what they say now that I know as an adult, they ask me the same question, but they use different words to ask the same question to see if you get the same answer. I didn't know nothing about that kind of shit when I was younger. So basically, they got it out of me that my mother did this to me. I mean, I told, like, they got that Tammy had did all of this to me. And after my brother came out, they was like, "Can we contact your mom?" I said, "You can try." And I don't know how or who. But I said, "Why?" Somehow I don't know. I was told to go back in the thing where I had took pictures at. I got dressed. I was still sitting there. I was about to come out when I heard, "Where's my?" Came up to the school, sloshed, but alert, slosh, but alert. Where the hell is my kids? They said, "Tammy, we're here to inform you that your children will not be returning home with you today." She said she flipped. What? They will not be returning with you today. That was my last time physically seeing my biological mother until 92. So I can't even remember because my little sister was born in 92. 92, I'd have been 8. Wait a minute, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. What is 6, 7, 7, what's that? Wait a minute. I apologize. Out of order. The social workers told her we weren't coming home with her. She flipped. She couldn't do nothing. She left because the police were up there too. I remember them taking us to Jane Etna. To this day, Jane Etna Hunter building looks the exact fucking same. It smells the same. Nothing has changed, and that is so sad and disgusting to me. When I go in this building, I have so many memories. I used to sleep at this building, take showers. They had a room for kids, like cafeterias upstairs. They would have big pictures of kids that were up for adoption on the wall. It was green and purple, and the floors were gray. The smell hasn't, nothing has changed. They still have the same damn fucking chairs they had. They're so nothing has changed at Jane Edna. Nothing. Our abuse case was so severe. Come find out years later that our last name, my maiden name, which is Bowie, was the screensaver on their computers at the um, come in reception. Is that called reception desk? So as you enter the big round, it's a big round circle, whole bunch of different. The screen saver, whatever, when they go to sleep, was our name, and I just found that to be odd, but it is what it is. Um, I remember. I remember the white lady coming to say, "You guys are gonna go to a place called Metzenbaum." Metzenbaum was on East 30th, down the street from um, main campus Cuyahoga Community College. It's no longer called Metzenbaum. It's like they do juvenile there, like juvenile court hearings and stuff there now. Um, like Metzenbaum. Okay. You could sleep there. We stayed there. Eventually, we ended up getting split up. We went to a foster home. I went to a foster home. Um, they usually say they try to keep kids together or siblings together. Bullshit. Because the state now, I would just like really want to. Where the fuck was all this when I was in need? When I needed help? When I was getting my ass beat? Um, Now y'all have all these things in place. Um, yes, it still angers me. Um, that beating and the removal was set off a chain of events. It led me to, mm, after Metzenbaum, my first foster home. Where they was at, I don't remember. I don't know if that. I know it's not me putting up no trauma block because I remember every motherfucking thing. That's a long time ago. I was little, so I definitely don't remember these people's names. But I know once I got grown, I was in a total. I had been in and out of over 46 foster homes. I came to find out I needed to be in what they called a therapeutic foster home, and the only child, on the only foster child. It's like I got worse. My behavior just got my temper. I just was angry, angry. I didn't care who, where. You just gonna feel my wrath. I had anger. I want to do to somebody what was been done to me all these years. Nobody helps me, so I don't, I don't care. I didn't care. Um, I will continue this story at another time. Um, but for myself, I need to end it because I'm getting emotional and I'm trying to keep myself composure. So, what I am sharing is my real life. This is not made up. This ain't falsified. Um, like the men's warehouse, I can guarantee it. This is my truth. And this is what I live with every day. But yeah, I need to end it right now. But I will continue um, at another time. This is very hard for me opening up about this. Somebody asked, like, you should write a book or tell a story, but no. So it's like, I'll just put it on YouTube. I know when this gets out, family members, biological family members, not going to be happy. And I don't care. I don't owe anybody shit. The state raised me, not my biological family. Um, so that is all for now. Thank you for tuning in. If you like, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel while I go back in time to the journey of my life. Thank you very much for listening or even taking the time out to listen. Um, if you ever dealt with like child abuse or anything like that, feel free to leave a comment or anything, or ask questions. But I will be continuing. Just now I can't. So I thank you all for your time, and you all guys have a blessed